Things Fall Apart is a book about a man named Okonkwo who lives in a society that revolves around power. Okonkwo was a very strong and powerful man, and so he thrived in his village, but he also had fears that haunted him. His greatest fear was becoming like his father Unoka. In the book, they described Unoka as a man who was in debt, who was poor, skinny, lazy, and had only one wife. The text says, he was poor and his wife and children had barely enough to eat. People laughed at him because he was a loafer, and they swore never to lend him any more money because he never paid back. But Unoka was such a man that he always succeeded in borrowing more and piling up his debts. In their society, that made one very weak, and Okonkwo did not want to appear weak. As a result, he became one of the richest, most hard-working, strongest men in Umofia. He used his power in a negative way by treating women like objects, beating his family, lashing out frequently, and not giving up his power in any circumstance. Hitler was one of the most powerful dictators during World War II. After participating in World War I, he joined the Nazis, where he helped create propaganda for the Great Depression. Many members of the Nazis favored him because of his leadership skills, and he became very popular among them to the point where they depended on him. A quote from the article Adolf Hitler by John Lukács said, "When he joined the party, he found it ineffective, committed to a program of nationalist and socialist ideas, but uncertain of its aims and divided in its leadership. He accepted its program but regarded it as a means to an end. His propaganda and his personal ambition caused friction with the other leaders of the party. Hitler countered their attempts to curb him by threatening resignation, and because the future party depended on his power to organize publicity and to acquire funds, his opponents relented. He became so powerful that they couldn't release him from the Nazi group, or else they might not succeed. After he got out of prison, he became chancellor, and he used that power to become a dictator, resulting in his drive to start the Holocaust." Okonkwo and Hitler both took their power and handled it in the wrong way. Okonkwo used his power to show everyone he was successful and strong by treating his family poorly, treating women like objects and with no respect, and to show others that he was not weak or a failure. Hitler used his power and made himself dictator by forcing to kill millions of Jews later along the line. With the power that they achieved, it affected the unity they had with others, like Okonkwo and Uchendu, or Hitler and the other countries who thought of him as a great leader before Hitler's invasion of Poland. Uchendu told Okonkwo how he treats his women is wrong, but Okonkwo was too arrogant to realize what he was doing was not right. When Hitler invaded Poland, Great Britain and France declared war on Germany. The article Germans Invade Poland said, at 11 p.m. on September 3rd, the British ultimatum expired, and 15 minutes later, British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain went on national radio to solemnly announce that Britain was at war with Germany. Australia, New Zealand, and India followed suit shortly thereafter. At 5 p.m., France declared war on Germany. The two allies saw this invasion as a threat, and with the knowledge of Hitler taking over the government and electing himself as a dictator, they knew his power was getting out of hand and he needed to be stopped. They also used their masculinity to their advantage. Okonkwo and Hitler both treated women poorly by abusing them constantly. This distanced them from reality because abusing women is wrong, but since they were getting power as a result, it blinded them to the fact that women are people too, not just objects. Overall, the book Things Fall Apart and Hitler's Rise to Power both share the same theme, how various forms of masculinity and power affect unity, reality, and truth. The two men were both power-hungry, abusive, prideful, and these things affected their relationship with others and the truth. In our society today, we can learn from this to not treat others poorly, to achieve greatness in positive ways, and to use our power for the good of others.